Conan the Barbarian 4K Arrow Video box set. Finally got this in the mail. Finally was able to dive into both of these movies. Now I'll be honest, guys, never seen these movies before. Not that I just didn't want to watch them. I just felt like these movies were primed to get 4K releases, but I did not expect this big beefy Arrow Video 4K box set, but immediately had to get it. And this box set did come with posters, but I did put them up, so I'm not going to show you those, but I just want to mention that. But yeah, I chose for the 2-pack because, this saves space. Instead of just having two beefy box sets, I got one box set, and I didn't have to, and it was cheaper, so just, this is the one I sprung for. You can make your decision on which one you're going to spring for. Though I think this box set sold out because people really were excited about these movies, which I don't blame them, because these are pretty awesome movies that I had never seen before. So let's dive into them. So here you go. You get this big beefy booklet with tons of, like, look how much words there is. I can't read, so I don't think I'm going to be reading this. Like, you know, I'm illiterate, but if you like to read, there's a lot here for you. I'm joking, but there's the images there. Cool stuff. And then you got this first 4K Conan the Destroyer. And you get the art cards. I'm not going to pull those out, but you get the 4K disc 1, 4K, and then you got disc 2 for the extras. I don't know why this is. There's tons of bonus features here, but you know, it's only one disc for this one, just the 4K. No extra disc, but there's still special features on this one. So there's art cards. I think that had to do with the fact that this one had 3 different cuts. There was, I think, an international cut, a theatrical cut, an extended cut, or something like that. I forget all the different names of each cut, but there's 3 cuts on it. I didn't watch all the cuts of this one. I just watched the first cut, like the theatrical, because I was just like, all right, I've never seen it before. So next time I watch this movie, let's say I'm in a mood to watch it, I'll watch a different cut and see if I like it. But for right now, I just want to watch one, just to make my life a whole lot easier instead of trying to, like, watch multiple cuts. But yeah, and yeah, so only thing I find a little bit peculiar about this set, right, is the more iconic film is the first one, but yet they put the image from the second one here on the box and on the booklet, which is a little, I guess, peculiar to me, right? Because I'm even watching some reviews of these movies before doing this video, and people were saying, well, like, yeah, the second one's not as good, and I'm like, well, okay, but then why did they choose to put this image on the front? I'm not sure. I guess it's just because the first one is a great movie in its own right, and this one's actually rated R, so this is a very brutal movie. It's got lots of violence. There's actually some nudity in it. Conan is the barbarian you would expect him to be. He's savage. He says he's a man of very few words in the movie, and that was really cool. And if you like that, and that's kind of the story of this movie, it's a very well-directed movie. It's got a nice score to it, too. And, yeah, it's got a lot of great stuff in here that makes this a super, super entertaining movie. It's a great adaptation of its comics and source material, right? It's just a really cool movie that if you, like, kind of a cultist, like, fun movie, that's what this is. It's like a fun B movie, exciting, right? Fun fantasy movie, right? But the second one takes the more serious, you know, brutal tone of it, turns it into more of a PG fun action movie, which it's not actually PG because this was the 80s. If this came out, you know, not in the 80s, would have been PG-13, but at the time it was PG. There's still some violence, but not much. and on the same level. It's still a super fun movie, and the movie is goofier, but not like in a bad way. And I think the reason they chose this cover art is because this is the Arnold we expect. There's more one-liners. He's more in tune with the tone and the characters of this movie, and he's having so much more fun with it. And you see why this guy became a megastar through this movie. These were some of his earliest movies, and after this movie, you know, he go on to Predator and all this stuff, right? And this is that Arnold basically coming to fruition, like building out. Like you're seeing the birth of Arnold in this movie as we know him in a way. And so I think that's why they chose the art for that, is because even though like now some of these fans of these hardcore fans of these movies are like, yeah, the second one's not as good, but culture is gonna remember this Arnold from this movie more than this one, if that makes sense. And that's the way it's going to be. So I really enjoyed both these movies. I thought they were super, super duper fun movies with lots of fun action, exciting set pieces, great costume designs, and cool world building and things like that. Almost makes me wish this had become a trilogy, but I get why it didn't. It's just an awesome set of movies. Hopefully, Arrow Video does Red Sonja, which is, you know, kind of in the same realm of these. That will be really cool to see. But I love me some Conan the Barbarian.